Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Abby and I recently finished Camp NaNoWriMo and I won. I actually won. Like I won. It's so weird to say that I won. I won Camp NaNoWriMo. I am a Camp NaNoWriMo 2017 graduate winner. And I wrote a blog post about it which I'll link below, but I won. And it's so shocking because I did not expect to win. It's weird. My goal was to write 100 poems and I wrote 100 poems and it was the most draining 30 days of my life. Not of my life, let's not exaggerate, but it was freaking draining. It was really draining. And I feel like weightless now. I mean, I still have so much more to write, but I feel way better than I did before I wrote it, because for me writing poetry is like therapy and it just helps me to get all my feelings out onto paper and away from poisoning me. Yeah, I won. I finished on the 30th day. Around midday I was driving back while I was in the car, being driven back from Bowen Island out here in Vancouver. We're out here in BC and I finished. I wrote 100 poems. That's crazy to say because probably that's about the amount of poems I've written in the last 7 years. I've written about 100 poems in the last 7 years, I'd say. That seems about accurate. But it's crazy to think that I could do that much in only 30 days. Like, huh? Anyways, it was amazing. I'm so happy I did it. I started vlogging initially and I just gave up. Welcome to day 1 of Camp NaNoWriMo. I have written 2 poems out of my 4 for the day. My goal is to do 100 poems by the end, so I'm just rolling in at 4 poems a day, which will lead me to 120 poems in the end, I think. Don't know. But yeah, so I've started and it's going well. Poetry is something I really love writing and I'm super excited to do it this month because it is National Poetry Month. Yes, National Poetry Month. So that should be really fun. This is what I'm using to write, my Go and Do book, which is funny because I'm doing most of my writing at home, but the irony. I love this book. I love the way it feels and I love the paper. It's really thick and the pen I used to write with. And those all kind of help me to just feel better when I'm writing. It just helps me get in the mood. I can't wait to see how this goes and to see how many I end up with. I'm hoping to go for about, yeah, as I said, 100 poems. A combination of short ones and long ones, and I've done pages because I can't think of any other way to measure it. Lines, there's no way to really measure. If I do lines, if I say I don't know how many lines, every poem is different. There's no set amount of lines, so I don't feel like that's a good way to measure it. So pages works because each poem is 1 page, not in length, but just I put 1 poem on a page when I'm editing and putting it on the computer. So yeah, pages work. So there's 100 poems. Really excited, and I'm gonna try and experiment a bit more with words and enjoy the process of writing. So I am watching Elizabeth Gilbert's TED Talk, her older one. I watched the other one, the newer one, just before this, and I just love it, the way she speaks about creativity. It's kind of inspiring. She's kind of talking about the curse of the artist and how we're all kind of doomed. Well, we're not doomed, but how we all think we're doomed when we're not.
Can we do this differently? Maybe go back.
Hello, today is day 2 of Camp NaNoWriMo and I went out this morning and got myself a couple of new notebooks. This is one of them. I'm like wearing my jalaba because it got cold when we opened the windows. But anyways, I went out to go and buy a few notebooks and I have been writing in these ever since. I did about, how many pages did I do? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've done about 7 pages and about maybe 20 poems. I wrote about 3 or 4, yeah, like 5. Yeah, 5. 5 little poems today, so I feel like I need to, I don't know, so it just kind of went fast, but I did write a few long ones. So yeah, it's going really well. I'm trying to find new like subject matters to talk about and new things, new ways and new ideas. I guess when you kind of write a lot in one
sitting, especially with poetry. It's not like it's a story where it's kind of continuing and you're writing for long periods of time. You're writing about something different that's happening. Well, I mean the same thing that's happening. With poetry, it's like every poem is different, and you don't necessarily have that many thoughts in a day, or thoughts and bits of inspiration to write about different things. So I'm like just kind of using little things that I see or hear to kind of help me write a bit more variety, so I'm not just talking about the same stuff over and over and over again. But yeah, so it's been working okay. I feel like I just need to get out more and get more inspired. I started reading Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur finally, and that's definitely sparked some inspiration. I read the first section really fast, like in 10 minutes or something. That's the thing I love about poetry. You just pick up a book and you can finish it in a day, and that's it. It's beautiful. It's just I don't know. I feel like it's more emotional than reading a novel to me anyways. I'm gonna get back to doing some more writing and listening to this awesome soundtrack and see if I can get more inspired. Anyways, this is, yeah, day 2 down.
I realized that with doing it, I was more productive when I wasn't speaking to anyone. So I was off social media already for that month. Like I was just cancelling out of social media because I didn't want to be online in general. And it just so happened to fall around the time when I was doing Camp Nano. So I didn't really interact with a lot of people. I did check into the cabin now and again to see what people were saying, and I kind of like talk to people from like the orphanage community. Hey, if you're in my cabin. Yeah, so I realized that the less I was online, the more I wrote, and the less I like checked and updated my goals, and maybe not updated my goals, but the less I checked what other people were doing or looked on Facebook groups or anything, the more I wrote and the more I was getting closer to my goal. So I just kind of didn't force myself to go online and interact a lot, even though it was Camp Nano and it's a great time to interact. I didn't spend a lot of time on Twitter this time, which is probably productive because I felt like I spent more time reading tweets than actually, you know, doing sprints or anything. So it was really nice and freeing. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. It's crazy. Remember last year, this time last year, I was doing, well, it wasn't this time last year, but it was July last year, I was doing Camp NaNoWriMo. I just failed. It was terrible, but it's funny how far I came in a year and how I actually managed to achieve it. Ew. And I think I needed it for sure. I needed it. Oh my God, I needed it. So I'm so happy with myself. Life has been crazy, and man, I'm like in a big transitional period, like moving country and stuff like that. So anyways, I would like to share a poem with you. One of my poems from Camp Nano. I'm gonna read it because I can't memorize it because it's long. But yeah, I'm just gonna read one of my poems. It has no name. It hasn't got a title. That's interesting. Anyways, so I'm just gonna read. The simple fact that this is so terribly hard for me to say aloud speaks louder than any of the words I can prepare. The cracks that have formed within this shell we call our life are undeniably significant. There is no sellotape or magic band-aid that can fix what has been intricately dismantled here. All the plaster in the world will never cover up these gashes. Our walls crumble around us as we stand bare in our room, praying this isn't happening, begging for time neither of us deserve, but yet we stand here still. Silently sobbing, back to back, wishing we could walk away, unharmed, undestroyed, like we never even existed. Ooh. But yeah, so that's my poem. I won Camp Nano. How was your Camp Nano? Did you win? Did you not win? At the end, it doesn't matter as long as you started and you're on your way to something and you can finish it in July. But I will see you guys in July for Camp NaNoWriMo. Again, I have no idea what my project's going to be, but I'm going to do something and I'm in London, so it's going to be interesting. I haven't been home for a very long time. And when I say home, I mean I haven't lived at home for a very long time. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I hope you are having a lovely month and that spring, summer is treating you well. I just wanted to check in and say hi. Bye. Bye, guys.